Is the last game were you surprised with the physicality of Sunderland?
No, we knew the physicality, but obviously they are a very, very strong team. They knew their strengths, and we knew what they were capable of. They're going to fight until the end, and of course they scored in the last few minutes, where it's a very, very disappointing moment for us. But no, we weren't very surprised.
Is that the first team that could sort of match Arsenal's physicality?
I think in the Premier League anyone can match the physicality. It's just the way they play, the way they approach the game, and they know their strengths. They just come up from the Championship, and obviously that league is very, very physical. So no, it's just credit to them. They're doing a really, really good season where they haven't lost a game at home, and they've been beaten and gained points from the big teams. So full credit to Sunderland. They're a tough team to beat.
Okay. What's like playing behind that team with such a dominant back four?
Oh, it's incredible. Everybody is talking about the back four and everything, but it's a credit to the whole team, starting from the striker and ending up in the goalkeeper. I think it's a credit to everyone when we press, when we do the right things, and of course, if we have to sit deep and wait to get the ball out of that phase, everybody defends. So it's a credit to the whole team.
Do you guys talk about finally winning the title, or is something nobody will say?
No, it's something that of course we are Arsenal, and we want to win the Premier League. Of course we want to win everything. That's why we play for Arsenal. But it's something that is too far. We are only 10, 11 games in the season, and it's too far to think ahead. We just have to think game by game and day by day, and we will see where we are in May.
Okay. For Spain, the style is different, but the results are the same. How do you feel? How do you see the difference?
No, it's a different type of environment. It's a different type of football where you play at club level and international level, in my opinion. But it's incredible to be part of this team. Is the players, the staff, everything, the surroundings, the fans, is representing your country in such a big country and such a good country. It's incredible. It's a dream come true. But no, it's incredible to be part of this team.
Is it hard to maintain focus when sometimes the ball does not come your way for long periods for both teams?
It's part of the job. It's part of being a goalkeeper. It's part of being in an environment that we dominate the ball a lot during the long phases of the game, and it's that communication, it's that focus on the ball why it makes you be concentrated in the 100 minutes of the game. So you cannot switch off as a goalkeeper at any time, at any point of the game. You can maybe call open to make a save, to come for a cross, to run, to get a ball in behind. So you have to be focused all game.
Okay. Do you and your Arsenal teammates talk about a possible showdown between Spain and England this summer?
There's a lot. It's a long way. Of course, we first need to be qualified for the World Cup, and these two big games coming up, and of course we face them in the final of the Euros. We know they are very, very good team with quality players, and they are very, very strong. So hopefully we can be in the final both in the World Cup.
What's like playing behind this current Arsenal backline, and what makes them so difficult to get past?
Well, I think the difficulty is that we love to defend, the love of defending, the love of not conceding, not even goals, not just chances, trying to stop the teams further up the pitch with the pressing that we do, and then if they push us back into a low block, it's just that love of defending to not let the ball go into the box.
Which of Arsenal's new signings have you been most impressed by, and why?
I think Martin Zubimendi, is a player that is very, very clever. He adapted very, very well into the league, where there's a lot of players that it take a little bit longer to adapt, and especially in his role, he's just adapted so quick, and you can see what he does for the team.
Who do you think are Arsenal's biggest rivals for the title this year?
Well, there's a lot of teams that they can fight for the Premier League, and in the Premier League anyone can beat anyone. I've just seen a lot of teams are just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, so any team can win the league, to be fair.
Okay. The last in English, how impressed have you been by Max Dowman? And what's like sharing a dressing room with a 15-year-old?
He's 15, he's turning 16 at the end of the year, and he's incredible. Obviously, we don't share that much in the dressing room because he's not allowed with the rules and everything. But sharing the pitch is the maturity that he shows on the pitch, the willingness that he has to just to enjoy and to be himself, to take on players and always with a smile on his face is incredible. You know, seeing we've been training with him since he was 14 years old, so very impressed with him and his qualities as a player.
Sunderland left it late, but they put a pin in Arsenal's balloon on Saturday. That late equaliser meant points dropped, and by the time Sunday was done, the gap to Manchester City was just 4 points. I'm enjoying the show of hands game. I feel a bit like I'm on Jerry Springer or something. So we're going to go Arsenal or Manchester City. Who thinks Arsenal are favourites for the title at the moment? The Arsenal fans, good?
They're favourites.
Ooh, so that's going to be 5. I'm assuming everyone else is going to say City. Yep, definitely the City fan at the front. Good. That doesn't surprise me. Who looks stronger to you, Jimmy?
Arsenal is further ahead. I think Man City is catching up, but they are dangerous because we all know that they can go 20 matches unbeaten. It's the mental state of Arsenal. Eventually, will they keep on believing that they can become champions? Are they mentally strong enough when they get a little blip? You know, how will they come back after international week, after the Sunderland draw? But they have got a better squad than Man City. In all places, they have got 2 really good players. So they should be able to do it. So for me, at this moment of time, I'll say Arsenal. You know.
As a Chelsea fan, would you want Arsenal to win the league?
That's not the question. You know, that's not the question. To be fair, I love my Chelsea. They are number 1 for me. You know, with Leeds and Middlesbrough that I've played for, they're very close to my heart. But I've always liked Arsenal as a club.
How could you say that?
Because I'm a football lover. I think Arsenal as a club, you know, it's always had something, you know, class. Spurs as well. So
We've got our social media clips, by the way. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink loves Arsenal and Spurs.
Oh, but I used to score a lot against them. Let's not forget
You scored against most people, to be fair.
No, but so analysing them, where they are at the moment, they've got everything going for them. It has to be this year. It has to be this year.
They say that every year, though.
No. I didn't say this every year.
No,
I'm saying this now. It has to be this year. If it is not this year, then...
Well, let's ask, shall we? Let's ask Scarlett, who you might have noticed a slight resemblance between Scarlett and Lola. I'm very glad that they're different teams that they support. We'll maybe get to that in a moment. Scarlett, is this the year?
Well, it certainly seems like it, doesn't it? I think things have broken for us.
This could be a very unpleasant car ride home if the two of you are carpooling.
You should have seen what she was saying at the beginning of the season, but I'm sure we'll get to that. I mean, I think things have fallen in a way for once that are favourable to us if you look at our title races for the past few years. City have certainly entered the chat, you know, they've put a run together. They did lose to Villa about 2 games ago, but apparently they might be unbeatable. But I think, you know, we're going to have a title race. And Jimmy alluded to it. Arsenal are ready. We've got depth in every position. And actually, I think we've been there or thereabouts for several seasons. Not that much has changed about Arsenal, apart from the fact that they've added variety to their game, which obviously Liverpool haven't. And it's costing them dearly at the moment.
Go on then, Matthew, our City fan. Give us the case for the blue corner.
Listen, I mean, history tells us that Arsenal haven't got it in them. And I can only look back at the last few years. And, you know, as long as we're in the mix and breathing down their neck, they will crumble. And I imagine it's going to happen again. If it doesn't, don't get me wrong, they will deserve it. And then they might go on to win a couple of titles here and there. But as things stand, you know, we're looking good. Keep on going. Haaland keeps on scoring. They're going to crumble.
Well, I think something broke in City last season.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
and they're hungry as ever.
But something changed, and the way that everybody sees you is different now.
It wasn't actually that bad a season for City. Everyone said they fell off. You still finished third and got to a final.
Yeah.
I just think this is a different Arsenal.
Third is not good enough.
By our standards.
It's not good enough,
But for
I agree.
Arsenal, that's a good season.
I actually predicted
That's a good
Liverpool, City to finish higher than Liverpool this season. I just think it's a different Arsenal this season.
Yeah.
The depth, the experience we've got now, it's a different Arsenal.
The only thing that I want Arsenal to do better is scoring more outfield goals.
Yeah.
You can't depend as much on your set pieces.
But Jimmy, I think
That's the only thing that I want. I want the Sakas, the midfielders, to come up more with combination kind of goals, because you're going to get a lot of teams. They're going to sit deep. They're going to sit deep, like Sunderland.
Well, Arteta's plan is to score goals. It's not to sit back and win games 1-0 or fine margins. If you look at the 23-24 season where Arsenal missed out by 2 points, 89 points, City got 91. We scored the most goals that Arsenal have ever scored in the Premier League. Attacking philosophy is in Arteta's mind.
That was 2 seasons ago.
It's a couple of years ago, right? I think we've got a better squad now. If you look at the Sunderland game, for example, we had 2 fit attackers, Trossard and Saka. They both scored the goals. You know, when our depth
good,
comes back,
but I need that to happen more.
I think it will. When teams actually play against us, like Atletico Madrid did, for example, they came to the Emirates, second half, they came out, they conceded 4 goals and a half.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can
but not
score
everybody's
goals.
going to do that, especially in the Premier League. Premier League is different. They're not going to do that. And that is where I would like them to be a little bit more fluent with their forward play.
But I don't think
stuff.
we've struggled against low blocks this season. I mean, like, we really struggled last season.
No, because you've scored a lot of free, set pieces.
But if that's the way, you have to break the game open,
Yeah, but that's
the
not
way.
always going to happen.
No,
you're
it's
not
not.
going to.
But
You're not going to win a league with
play
only
XG
that.
is quite high.
Let's finish with Manchester City again, though, Matthew. And a lot of people say it. Well, City will go on one of those runs again because they saw you do it from 2018 to maybe 2021, 22, something like that. Yeah. Is this City group, or team rather, capable of the 13, 14 in a row?
Yeah, I don't see why not. You know, there's been a lot of change in the last year, but we've brought in born winners like
What happens if
Donnarumma.
Haaland gets injured?
Haaland gets injured. Foden is coming into form. Marmoush is
Your
back.
second top scorer is a Burnley player.
That is very true, and it is a concern. I'm not going to ignore that. But Erling Haaland's an absolute freak, and I'm sure if he did get injured, other players in our team would step up. You know, you've got Foden, you've got Rodri, who no one seems to.
You did
Everyone seems to forget about
last year
Rodri.
after Haaland got injured.
What, last season?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last season across the board it was a struggle, but this season now, I mean, everyone's
It is going to be a
confident.
problem. If Haaland gets injured, it's a problem.
Yeah, it will, but you know, it's
Like,
difficult to maybe.
challenge you can't win the league if
top
you
player
get.
gets injured,
Yeah,
they're going to struggle.
If Salah got injured last season for Liverpool, you know, it would have probably thrown them off the title race. But I think the way we've looked, you know, the likes of Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden, looking so confident, so threatening. I don't see what's going to stop us unless injuries or, you know, lapse concentration like last season. But I think we're looking good.
The gap might be a little closer the next time the two teams play, because a big test for Arsenal rather next. It is the North London derby after the international break.